you were counting down wins of, but if we beat these 1, 2, 3, and then Arsenal drop. Did you remember this guy was doing like little fixtures and that, bro? Like saying, yo,
bro.
and now you're just,
Saeed, I want to remind him what he said about Steve's beloved Man City. He said they're dusted. They're not going to challenge this, that, and the third. And as I checked the table on Monday, the 6th of October, Manchester City are 2 points behind Liverpool. And do you know what the slammer is? Yeah. So Man City's defense, who keep leaking goals, have conceded 3 goals less than Liverpool. Make it make sense. Make it make sense.
Ticking along.
A Liverpool team that spent a lot of money. This ain't no Liverpool, it's us against the world. It's us against and this is a Man City team who has spent money. But this is a Liverpool team that has spent money, who have got Mo Salah, who have got Van Dijk. You know what I'm saying? Arne Slot is amazing. All of this, This is a Liverpool team that needs to do back-to-back. But right now, I'm seeing not only back-to-back losses, 3 losses in a row. I had to even fact-check, did Amrin lose 3 losses in a row? And apparently he didn't. Man like Arne Slot, 3 losses in a row. Blaming referees.
And
blaming
Saeed,
this.
Saeed, this is with pretty much everyone available bar Alisson. This is a Liverpool team that had everybody out there bar Alisson up against a Chelsea team with a very mixed and confused backline. This was Booty Ashil, as Tobes calls him all the time, leading a teenager next to him who's a right back playing in a centre back position, and then they both go off injured. So you'd think, there we go Salah, there we go Isak, there we go Ekitike, there we go Florian Wirtz, there we go Gakpo. No. Hato, the teenager, played left back for Ajax all season last year, plays centre back. Surely they'll get some change out of him. No. Reece James playing in centre back. He's not the best right back in the league. And there's no way. That's Timber. That's Trent. Last year, he can't be positionally versatile enough to play centre back. No way. Oh, yes way. Oh, yes way. Oh, yes way Gu came on. Oh, yes way Gittins came on. Oh, yes way Garnacho started. A lot of players we don't rate on this panel, including myself, we don't rate them highly, right? Esteval, an 18-year-old, came on. Another kid. Lavia, who when I mentioned him on the last show, people were laughing their heads off at this guy. So surely he's coming on and he hasn't kicked a ball. So he must be a bozo in this match. Surely when he comes on, not a kick of football, not a lick of football for months, not a lick of football, must be fine then. And I can keep going and going and going. And the thing is, they weren't unlucky to lose. It was deserved. That's the thing. Liverpool, last minute goals conceded in the last 2 games. Karma, right? For maybe the start of the season when it was all fun and games, when it was on their side. But hey ho, football gods have given us greatness. It was deserved. We could have scored a few more. They could have got a few goals themselves if they took their chances. But I think we worked our absolute bollocks off. And I'm going to praise us to the high hills. But Liverpool Football Club, that was a bad performance. And McAllister, that was a stinker and hooked. That was a bad performance. I don't know what's going on there. This boy is kicking out a play. He's getting weights on the ball. He's getting pushed, bullied, shoved out the way. It's crazy. So, Gravenberch, the best 6, he didn't win a duel. The best 6 in the league didn't win a duel. The other 6, who's actually the best 6 in the league, he played well. He scored. He won duels. He covered ground. He showed what a proper performance looks like next to a midfielder in Gusto playing out of position, next to an Enzo Fernandez who doesn't always cover the grass with the most intensity. A lot of criticism for him as well here. So let's not Szoboszlai, the Hungarian Gerrard played. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I think there's a lot going on there. There's a lot to unpack. I don't know why a man's so quiet over there. He's got a lot to say.
Can I ask a question? What did they call your player Booty Shield? Why did they call your player Booty Shield, man? I don't know. No, but I want to know because I'm seeing defenders sticking their backside out like this, bro. I'm saying, Like, if Booty and Shield is that, and what is this brother doing here in the toilet? You know what I'm saying? Sticking his backside out like that.
That's crazy.
Is this
Where'd
the
you get
aura
that from?
defending? Is this aura defending, chat? What is this? Can you explain to me? Tom, please explain to me why Virgil van Dijk stuck his backside out when Caicedo was attempting to have a shot, please.
Because this is what Van Dijk does. Is the history of the Van Dijk. He likes to delegate. He wants to delegate all the time. Delegate. In the words of my boy Dysonomics on Touchline, he literally said, Van Dijk, you cannot defend this shot with your nyash. You have to engage. Van Dijk thought he could defend this passage of play with his ass, bro. No, go and engage, brother. You twerking like Ice Spice is going to do nothing to stop Caicedo from shooting here as well. And you know what's good as well? Caicedo hit him with the dummy as well. So Caicedo hit him with the dummy, and that's when he shaked his ass a little bit and stood there. And then he was just stranded.
Do you know what? Yeah, I'm sorry. This is a great player. But to not engage in that situation is criminal. Someone's got to go to the ball. Caicedo only scores blasters. He only scores rocket launchers, right? We're talking halfway line last season. We're talking goal against Man United. We're talking about goal against Tottenham. Go here, go there. I think even, I don't know if it was West Ham. This guy is scoring screamers for fun. This is what he doesn't do the tap-ins. How are you not closing him down? You're the best defender the Premier League's ever seen. Close him down. You're the greatest. You're better than Tony Adams. You're better than Terry. You're better than Ferdinand. You're better than Vidic. You're better than this. You're better than that. Close him down. Surely that's the bare minimum we can ask for. Is that you close down?
But it's his aura, man. It's his aura, though. His aura will be the difference. Do you not remember? Do you not get that, guys? His aura, because it's Van Dijk, he believes people are going to be scared. So you got to stay back. My aura, that's part of my defense, bro. Who do you think you are, man? Who do you think you are, bro? That's not real talk, man. How dare you, bro? Talk about aura, man. Get out of here, man. Up on your head top, bro. Up on your head top, guys.
Do you know what's actually crazy?
We got to be.
Go on, Steve.
We got to be real. We said the last few weeks that they started well, but they did look a little bit vulnerable defensively. We've said that, you know what I mean? They got a couple of last-minute goals. We're getting through games. Last season, Man City won the first 8 or 9 games, and they were terrible. And we was like, they're not playing well. Everyone's like, no. I feel like the pressure's on this season, Liverpool, to keep a squad of players motivated to win the league again is always hard. It is always hard. You listen to the old Man United players of old saying that the hardest thing is to motivate everyone to go again. The Virgil van Dijk Salah signings for me, it was always going to, you don't know how it's going to go with that because they're not going to get any better than what they already are. So for me, they were coming to the top of the hill to only go down. They didn't want to lose them on free transfer. They've signed them. I don't think any of them this season have started well. Mo Salah looks a little bit of a different player. Yeah, but Mo Salah's not doing the things that he has done for the past so many years. But they've got great players. Isak, Etitike, Verts, etc. They are great players. But at the minute, the thing is, when you're champions, there's no hiding place. You don't get time. No one's giving you any time to bed in. No one's giving you any time. You've got to win all the time. You've got to hit the ground running at the team like Liverpool. You can't say, you know what, we're going to coast it a bit. And they've got away with it. They were playing well. Grizz came on here and he was rightly confident. You know, we were picking holes in him, but they were top of the league. But now,
but they weren't playing well, though, Steve. They weren't playing well.
No, that's what I mean. He wasn't playing well, but they were top of the league. They were winning. Yeah. But now the flaws are catching up with him, and now they look a little. I said last week, I think they look vulnerable, and I think teams are sensing it now. And Slot's got to get it together. And you know, last season everyone dived on Pep, said he's cracking up. He's cracking up. Some of the things he's saying. And the pressure was on him, and he was saying mad shit, and I see it with Slot. He's coming out with all sorts of nonsense now, and I feel like he's getting a little bit rattled. But you know what it's like, this Premier League. Once you start losing, everyone's on your case, and they've got to nip it in the bud early. They got to go back to basics for me. They got to go back to basics and just start winning. You know what I mean? But there's a few players in that Liverpool squad. For me, Kirkes. Every time I've watched him, I don't see it. But what, you know, you come from Robertson to Kirkes, I don't see it. Frimpong, is he going to be that week in, week out starter for Liverpool, or is he going to be the bit part player? And like you say, Vert's come on the other day and he's got a lovely bit of technique and touch about him, but he needs to step it up now. But I don't know. Listen, I think it's Arsenal. Arsenal have got the squad, and Arsenal, and Liverpool, for me, are the best two teams. But at the minute, Arsenal will be licking the lips. I think they can sense that Liverpool might not be there, though. You know what I mean? This Premier League's tough, man. In a matter of, we're not even 10 games in, and we've already changed our mind. The other week, Grizz was saying if they win X and X game, they're going to win the title, and Arsenal are out of it. And if Arsenal lose at Newcastle, they're out of it. Man City lose one more game when we already lost to 2, we're out of it. And it's like, and now all of a sudden, Tottenham are up there. Chelsea are getting back in it. United's winning games. So it's a Premier League, man. It's mad, but I won't write Liverpool off just yet. But at the minute, let's kick them while they're down, man.
That's it, man. That's it, bro.
They got the Dutch clutch as well. Don't forget about that, man. That's gonna bail them out this season. The Dutch clutch. Yeah. Does anyone know what the Dutch clutch is?
Explain.
No,
I remember.
Is that some sort of move from the oyster bar or what? I've never heard of that.
So let me explain what the Dutch clutch is, right?
Yeah.
So when a certain Cody Gakpo scored on the weekend, all we heard in the studio was Dutch clutch. Dutch clutch.
Wow.
Dutch clutch.
Wow.
That's what the Dutch clutch is, guys. Yeah.
Okay.
Wow. That's what I'm saying, man. And I all the gas players, and I all the gas, you know what I mean, for players who play for my football team. But we're
why are you on your video? I see. What about Isak? No one's mentioned Isak yet.
We were going to get onto him.
I'm ready.
Getting pocketed by Achimpong and Booty Yashil.
Sorry.
Isak, pattern up.
You don't press, bro. You don't press.
You cannot be getting pocketed by Isak. No, you cannot be getting pocketed by Achimpong and Booty Yashil. Nah, that's crazy. You're playing up against Chelsea's 5th and 6th choice centre backs. Deep that. 5th and 6th choice centre backs, and then even the 6th or 7th came on. That's cover left back. Houseway, how are you not making an impact apart from a misdirected flick? He wasn't trying to control that for Gakpo. He was trying to control that for himself, and it just fell kindly for Gakpo. Outside of that, Isak was a non-entity.
And all this Haaland nonsense, better than Haaland, best striker in the world nonsense. They need to fucking wrap that right up, because that's just nonsense. Everyone knows that right up.
But we can't talk about their players, man, because I was shut down on here. You know what I mean? Say it's too early to talk about the players, too early to criticize. You know what I mean? And I was only merely criticizing. I wasn't saying they won't come good or they're not good players. But I was like, bro, you spend that money. Oh, imagine United spend that money, or God forbid, Chelsea spend that money, or whoever. Like, there would be a generational cooking on these players, no matter what. But for some of them, it's like, yo, we got to give it time. We got to do this. We got to do that. We got to protect him. Why? You got to perform, mate. And these players got to perform. I'm sorry. You pay good money for these guys. They got to perform from the off. There's no adaptation period, my friends. You won the league last year. You got the best manager. Got the best centre back. Got one of the best strikers in the world. Bro, you got to adapt quickly. Yeah, man.
I think it was a narrative, Saeed, that everyone said if Liverpool sign Isak, everyone's finished. That's it. And I think everyone was like, shit, missing piece of the jigsaw after getting Verts as well. And like you say now, they do look vulnerable. Listen, they're going to be there or thereabouts. But what I'm thinking is teams are thinking, we can have a go here, we can score. At Anfield, they're conceding goals at Anfield as well. And it's like, usually that place is like fucking solid. But teams are thinking they can have a go. Atletico Madrid went there, scored goals, you know what I mean? So I feel like teams are going to think, just put it to them, you know what I mean? Let's get it on them.
And this is Conor Bradley guy as well.
He's crap. Sorry,
bro,
he's crap.
Bro,
he just fouls.
It's crazy.
He just fouls, and it's
crazy, bro. That the whole right hand side is cooked, bro. The whole attack, man. When you get to deep it, Salah wants to go forward. The Gakpo wants to go forward. Isak's not pressing, bro. There's such an imbalance in this team. It's mad, bro. Like, they pieced it together, and I thought, okay, this is okay, cool. But now, Slot, you got to make it work. You got to make some big decisions. Because for me, Ekitike, it looks better to me in this Liverpool team. But then who do you drop? You know what I mean? Salah stinking the gaff out. You can't drop Salah though, because Salah, you know, he's the main man. You give him a new contract. Some big decisions need to be made. You put Szoboszlai over there, but you need Szoboszlai's energy in midfield. You need the legs, because right now Gravenberch's having to compensate a lot. This isn't the Gravenberch that we know. Gravenberch's better than this. He's having to suffer a lot in this team, bro. And I'm not gonna like, okay, cool, I bantered Virgil van Dijk, but he's almost holding that whole back line together. He's holding it together, bro. He's even sticking his ass out, thinking, yo, I can spread myself between two man. Pause.
Whoa.
You get what I'm saying?
Whoa.
Hey. Sorry. Okay. Let me.
Man said he's covering the front and the back.
Van Dijk can
sorry.
Van
I
Dijk
shouldn't say that, man.
Van Dijk supposed like Gravenberch.
You get what I'm trying to say. You get what I'm trying to say, though.
They've been the best.
Do a lot, man. It's having to do a lot, bro.
Yeah.
But yeah, someone else take over, man. Yeah. But anyway, you get what I'm trying to say, though, innit?
Yeah.
No,
everyone's compensating a lot for players that are, I don't know, man. I'm not going to call them luxury players, but players that don't do a lot, but then they're trying to get the last bit of glory, little penalty, and now I'm stat padded here. Nah, mate, got to pull your weight, got to do your thing now.
Speaking of pull your weight,
pressure's on him now. The pressure's on him now. I said it. The pressure is on back to back. Last year they signed nobody and they walked the league. Nobody could say anything about it. It just took us by surprise, and they deserved it. Now they're at the top. They've gone out there, they've made a statement, they've signed big players for big money. The narrative of Liverpool doing it on a shoestring budget and all that, what Klopp used to say, you can't do it, that's out the window now. Liverpool are the big dogs now. They've come in there and gone, right, we're flexing. They've flexed the muscles, pressure's on. Everyone's like, fuck it. Liverpool are the team to beat, let's go and do it. And people are putting it on him. And with Slot, he's got to get it right. Like you say, sometimes I feel like Isak signing, maybe they signed Isak, but they didn't need Etitike, fuck, I can't say his name.
Etitike.
Maybe they only needed one of them, you know what I mean? And something else needed something somewhere else. You know what I mean? I don't know. It looks like they're trying to fit it all in. And like you say, with Mo Salah, for me, Mo Salah's just not doing the basic Mo Salah things that he's done for years. He seems to be overcomplicating it a little bit. And like you say, the midfield, I don't know. Chelsea bullied him a little bit in there.
Bullied them, bro.
Van Dijk,
fisted him up, bro. Fisted him up.
Van Dijk's shaping up there as if Caicedo's sliding somebody in there. He's looking at the other option. He's not thinking he's pinging it. So I don't think he's going to come out and attack it. He's looking for that ball. But it's grim, mate. At the minute, the free. Listen, it is what it is. They're still ahead of City. So
I think he needs to overcompensate. I think he needs to. It's peak for him, because it's like you got so many if you look at all the players they signed this summer, by and large, all of them are offensive players. Like, he's not really received any sort of out-and-out defensive cover. I think probably Kerkez is the best of all the lot defensively. I don't really rate Frimpong defensively. I think he's known for what he does going forward, right? It's a lot that he has to manage. So it is a lot of change that he's having to find a way to integrate into the team. But he needs to find solutions. And when you're looking at it now, I don't envy his job, because it's like, how do you fit Isak and Ekitike and Salah and then cater for your midfield, because it's going to be imbalanced, and then make sure your defense isn't leaking? Like, there's a lot of things that he needs to try and compensate for with the team, and it's going to be difficult, because they're fundamentally, despite all the money they spent, they are missing there's profile gaps in that team. And then what compounds it is there's too many players that are playing terribly. Way too many players that are playing terribly. McAllister's playing awful. Konate's not playing well. Frimpong hasn't acclimatized. Kerkez hasn't acclimatized. Gakpo, he's scoring, but he's not playing well. Isak hasn't taken off yet. Mo Salah is playing terribly. And then the guy that they bought to replace Trent alongside Frimpong to compensate for the creativity, Wirtz, the manager can't even play him in a big game like Chelsea away, because he's causing such an imbalance in the team. And he's playing poorly as well. It's peak, man. And speaking on Wirtz as well, sorry, McAllister's not the only one that's passing the ball into the stands and stuff. Like, there was a moment in that second half where he gets the ball and he basically trips over the ball and just gives it away. I'm like, bro, this is what you're meant to be good at. You're meant to be clean, secure, technically, bro. Like, there's one thing to be bullied in the Prem. We all can talk about the pace, but like, his execution has been off. there's not been a single game I've watched of Wirtz where his execution has been on point. Either the pass is under hit, or like he's taking too many touches of the ball, or he's not making the right pass. Like he's doing things that he's doing things that contradict what he's meant to be good at. He needs to fix up fast because this team needs him to play good, and they need because they need him, bro. They absolutely need him to cook. But I also feel sorry for him same way as well, because it's like where he likes to play, Liverpool right now there's not enough of an engine going to get the ball into him in those areas. It's peak. It's very, very peak.
It's almost like there is too many cooks in the kitchen for the manager to find the balance that they need. And it's almost like this team was built. We know this team was built to succeed Salah, succeed maybe Van Dijk, even though probably not because the defenders haven't been addressed. But in terms of attackers, Salah, life after Salah is what they've prepped for. But Salah's still Salah. If you're talking about finding balance, it probably is Frimpong on the right wing and maybe an Ekatike off the left with Isak up front. So you know you've got someone a little bit more defensive-minded on one wing and a striker maybe on the other, whatever it is. Obviously, Isak's going to have to press once he's fully fit. We know this. The press is poor. The press is nowhere near where it was with Diaz and all these guys. Salah wasn't pressing last season. But that's Liverpool. Liverpool have never done this before. Liverpool don't usually spend that kind of money on them kind of like A-star kind of players in terms of forwards. They usually go with people that don't create politics. There's no issue dropping 40 to 50 million pound players or rotating them. The manager can find his balance. Try and drop Wirtz for 3 weeks on the trot whilst you try and find balance. Try and drop Salah. Try and drop Isak. I dare you. Football is not just about what happens on the pitch, it's also off the pitch. And there's a lot of people that have invested a lot of money into these players, and they're going to want to see them on the pitch. So it's not as easy as just dropping. You're not going to be able to. You got to get the best out of them.
The bigger you are, the harder you fall. And he's right. Steve's right. We kick them when they're down. And we're all the way down in second. It's mad. It's mad how I've listened to you lot go on. I mean, first and foremost, I expected vengeance and venom from City, United, Arsenal, Spurs. I thought Matisse is going to come talk about his team because I thought his team were magnificent. They played like world champions. But it's okay. He wanted to come with vengeance for Liverpool first. Noted. No problem. Season's long.
Hold on. Let me just get you there.
Can I not even talk to my section?
No, because this. I'm experienced. I do content on a daily, weekly basis. This is.
I didn't interrupt, man. I didn't interrupt.
We know we had to start with the Liverpool slander. That's what the chat wanted. That's what the people. Hold on. That's what. Because you brought my name into disrepute, and I have to respond. The chat came here. The chat came in for a Liverpool.
I expected it from Venom from the other teams.
So I'm delivering what the community want. You're the community man. You need to know what the community wants. I did my survey. I did my polls. I know what they want. I deliver. Don't question me. I know what the people want. That's what I bring.
I thought Chelsea were brilliant. I thought I would have spoken on Chelsea, my team first, said how brilliant Chelsea were. They played like world champions. It's okay. No, I get it. Content, no problem. But I expected it from the rest. And it's rightly so.